Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Agnes. I'm the Product Marketing Manager for Sony PTZ Camera in Asia. In this session, me and my guest speakers will walk you through the remote production trend since COVID-19, how the Sony PTZ camera can bring advantages during this period of time, and the benefits of using the virtual studio production. Today's agenda will be split into three segments. First, I will be sharing with you the changing trend in content creation industry since COVID-19, how the newly upgraded Sony PTZ camera is able to help production work in remote and safe ways. I will then pass the time to my first guest speaker, Mr. Kenny Kwan from Audio-Visual Expert, where he will be sharing more about the integration between the Sony BRC camera with Reckon solution. Following, I'll be inviting my second guest speaker of the day, the regional Vizrt team, to share with us more about their solution. Without further ado, let's get started. With the effects of COVID-19, we see an increase in demand for remote application, and one of the applications in demand right now is remote production. In the context of social distancing and reducing operational crew, we start to see a change in how TV stations and production houses operate moving forward. As part of ongoing efforts to help production work in remote and safe ways, as well as creating engaging broadcast experiences, Sony is upgrading its BRC camera range with a new set of features. Designed for remote production and efficient operations, the version 2.1 firmware upgrade of the BRC X1000 and BRC H800, as well as the new BRC X400, will allow producers and operators to simplify their VR/AR production workflow. The BRC cameras now can output tracking data over IP using the industry standard 3D protocol. 3D protocol enables the camera to directly feed in real time the pan, tilt, zoom, focus, and iris, as well as the position of the PTZ camera, making VR/AR production simple and cost-effective without the addition of other tracking devices or systems. This new feature will allow production to easily incorporate VR/AR into their live content, such as expanded sets of sceneries, live animation, esports, and graphic overlays, overall enriching their entire creation. To elaborate the advantages further, I would like to pass the time now to my first guest speaker, Mr. Kenny Kwan from the Audio-Visual Expert. Over to you, Kenny.
Thank you for giving me the time to present my topic today, which is how to turn a trackless virtual studio into a tracking virtual studio with BRC camera. Let me introduce myself first. My name is Kenny Kwan, and my company name is the Audio-Visual Expert, which is based in Hong Kong to serve the business for Southeast Asia. And the brand which I'm going to talk about is Reckon. Reckon is an European brand. It's a new name in the virtual studio market, but they have a good experience in broadcasting business because their mother company has been providing services like 3D engine, chroma keyer, and capture cards to big names in virtual studio market. They know the market very well, and they are capable to develop software and hardware. That's why they can deliver innovative and easy-to-use system to the needs of their clients at a reasonable price. With Sony's purpose to fill the world with emotions through the power of creativity and technology, and Reckon's always strive for technological advancement, accessibility, and cost effectiveness. Technology is the key word across the two companies. That's why Redkin started to approach Sony image sensing team from 2020, and in May this year, they successfully introduced the firmware to read the position data which carried through 3D protocol by Sony BRC camera, which then turned their trackless virtual system into a tracking camera system. With the information obtained from Sony BRC, their system can calculate the accurate position in their virtual studio sets against the real camera shooting position. Before getting into the products, let me explain first. The Redkin EZ series is the product exclusively for the Asian market, and my company, the Audiovisual Expert, is Redkin's main partner in selling the series for Asian market. There are two main models provided by Redkin. They are the 2D Studio, namely Light Studio, and 3D Studio. Both licenses are working under the same processor. So if clients has chosen the entry-level 2D Light Studio and would like to upgrade into 3D Studio operation, it is simply through license upgrade. These are the difference between the 2D Light Studio and the 3D Studio. As explained earlier, because both licenses are working under the same processor, so that's why all the hardware-wise functions will be the same for the two licenses, like streaming, video and audio mixing, recording, input and output card selections, NDI capability, and the video format selections. They are all the same among the two licenses. However, for the software-wise functions like pan tilt zoom, Light Studio can only provide a limited pan tilt and zoom, but 3D Studio, you have unlimited pan tilt zoom. Besides, the functions like shadow, reflections, animations, AR, tracking camera are all can only be done in the 3D Studio. This is the normal wiring diagram for any camera to connect to the Redkin system. We are accepting from handheld camera, shoulder type camera to system camera because we both accept HDMI and SDI, or even if client is asking for 12G SDI, we also can provide. If tracking functions is required, then clients can only choose among these three BRC camera. This is a simple wiring diagram for BRC to connect with Redkin system. I just want to emphasize that Redkin license for tracking camera is good for 4 BRC camera. The control of the pan tilt and zoom of BRC camera, of course, it can be done going through by Sony controller, or even they can make use of the joystick from Redkin control panel. We believe Sony BRC and Redkin's target customer are the same, which are education, religious, corporates, web hosting companies, or even TV station. As Redkin's DNA is Virtual Studio, that's why they try to improve their functionalities and maintain the ease of operation so that the teachers or the marketing manager didn't need a lot of time to learn how to use our system. So let me summarize the advantage of Redkin plus Sony BRC camera. First, we provide a reasonable and affordable price for tracking virtual studio system. In compare with most of the virtual studio, if tracking camera is required, just the cost of a camera sensor may already exceed the price of Sony BRC plus Redkin XR license. And Redkin license is good for up to 4 camera already. Second, Redkin system price is a one-off payment. Some other system may charge you at a yearly basis or even monthly basis. Third, Redkin is more than just virtual studio system. It also can act as your video and audio mixer, a streamer, a recorder, or text editor, etc. And let me emphasize one more time, our Redkin system already come with all this function. We are not charging you module by module and is one-off payment. Fourth, Redkin and Sony BRC are having a similar task, that is easy to operate. To control the pan tilt and zoom of BRC camera, you can simply use the infrared remote controller. It is very straightforward. As for the Redkin system, it is also very straightforward and easy to learn. That is why Redkin is trying to provide beyond this operation level to help you to create your own studio set. Because Redkin knows sometimes you may need to spend a lot of money to hire some graphic designer to build the studio sets. By using Redkin's studio editor, you'll be able to create your own studio set easily. Of course, we already have 50 ready-to-use studio set, and then you can change the color, the texture, material of this studio set to make it a different look on the studio sets. Also, we provide more than 700 3D objects in our system, so you can add up some more 3D objects to make your studio even looks different. On top of it, we provide a shortcut in the startup menu for the Microsoft Paint 3D software. If you know how to operate the Paint 3D to make your own 3D objects, it's very easy and very beautiful. To conclude my presentation today, I would like to share 2 videos for you. The first one is a customer testimony for Sony BRC camera plus Redkin XR license, which is Spring Forest Studio in Singapore. And the second video is a short product demo video and a message from our factory side.
Hi, welcome to Spring Forest Studio.
We understand that you have selected a series of Sony network cameras. One of the highlights is actually the BRC X1000 to pair with the Redkin solutions. Would you like to share about your requirements before settling with this ecosystem?
Yes. We have been working with Redkin's 3D Virtual Studio software since 2020 October. The main reasons we selected Redkin are cost effectiveness, ease of use. Redkin is actually very intuitive to use, and we are able to produce an actual show within 1 week of learning and testing. With more than 50 templates of virtual sets and with a set design wizard, we can create or edit existing sets to match the client's requirement easily. Rekeen is actually a very stable platform, and after-sales technical support is very prompt. At the beginning of 2021, Rekeen has launched their new tracking camera input with augmented reality integrations with Sony BRC X1000. This is actually very exciting, as now we are able to track the talent in the virtual world. Vice versa, we can also add augmented reality productions into the real world. This has elevated us into the next level of virtual production, with higher degree of reality. Sony BRC X1000 is a high-end broadcast-grade PTZ camera with tracking data. From our thorough evaluations and testing of the camera, we discovered that the quality of the images from Sony PTZ cameras exceeds our expectation. The transmission of the 3D tracking data has no visible latency, and the support from Sony is impeccable. These are also the main reasons why we chose Sony cameras for all our professional productions.
Before we going into the XR demonstration, this is a recap of our Rekeen studio set operation. This is our 2D studio. You can see a little bit pan tilt and zoom can be done. So this is our 3D studio. You see the animation, beautiful camera trail, the shadows, and the unlimited pan tilt and zoom.
Hi and welcome to Rekeen XR short product demo. Rekeen's prime focus lies in real-time 3D studio solutions. We make end-to-end products that don't require an extended workflow or a large crew to manage a production. With Rekeen, you can perform most production tasks on this one piece of equipment. It comes with 3D studio editors, chroma keyers, free 3D virtual sets, audio mixer, video switchers, streaming and recording capabilities, and much more. Now, by partnering with Sony and integrating their PTZ BRC cameras with 3D protocol, we want to give clients an opportunity to expand their production possibilities even further. And that's when our trackless solution transforms into a PTZ tracking solution. Now we can use optical zoom in our virtual productions. You can get really close and the image remains sharp, detailed. Additionally, you can move around the green screen studio much more freely thanks to the use of camera span and tilt functions. That's not all. In the tracking mode, we are also able to determine the depth of a person on the green screen, so that means that we can walk around 3D objects. In the Rekeen system, you can use up to 4 cameras at once to achieve a high-end multi-camera production. You can combine tracking and trackless modes in one session by using a mix of PTZ and traditional static cameras. Moreover, it's very easy to bring a trackless signal from a remote speaker into our virtual studio. Let's have a look. Hi, Anna.
Hi, Adriana.
Can you see and hear me well?
Yes, very well.
That's great. Okay. Thank you for your help. Have a nice day and I'll talk to you later.
You too. Bye-bye.
Moving forward, I would like to dive into the world of augmented reality. Thanks to 3D protocol and Sony BRC cameras, we can now make AR real-time productions using Rekeen XR solution. Augmented reality is an extremely useful and versatile tool that can be applied to many different broadcasting scenarios. It's great for events such as concerts, sport or e-sport games, corporate presentations, TV shows, or even education. In this setup, there is no need for green screen, yet you can still bring 3D models, animations, and remote speakers into the scene. That way of using this technology is interactive and immersive. It is a very effective tool for presenters to communicate better with their viewers and make their experience much more engaging and interesting. Technological advancements, accessibility, cost-effectiveness. When you put those three aspects together, you get a perfect combination of features. And that's exactly what Rekin strives for. Rekin XR, together with Sony BRC cameras, make a powerful tool for great content creation. For more information, visit our website, rekin.com.
This is what I have for today. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Kenny. I'm pleased to invite the next guest speaker of the session, Mr. Narath and Mr. Pahuton from the regional Vizrt team in Asia to share with us more about their exciting solution. I heard today they'll be doing a live demonstration using the BRC X1000. Over to you guys.
Greetings! Welcome to the heart of spectacular storytelling with Vizrt. My name is Narath or Ark, and I will act as your host today. We also have Pahuton or Non, our solution architect, who will be handling the demo on how we produce this show towards the very end. Before we go any further, let me take you through a little bit of a background on what Vizrt does and how we impact your audience. Vizrt is the world's leading provider of visual storytelling tools for media content creators in broadcast, digital, sports, and esports industry. We provide everything needed to create, produce, and publish media content. Our offers include market-defining software-based solutions for real-time 3D graphics, video playout, studio automation, sports analysis, media asset management, and journalist story tools. In fact, more than 3 billion people from all over the world watch content created by our customers every single day. And in the beginning of 2021, Vizrt announced Flexible Access, a complete revision of our product offering to meet shifting demands of today's media landscape. Some of our customers have shared their challenges that they faced, like the audience's changing habits. They are now changing the way they consume media. But with Flexible Access, these business challenges can be addressed. Flexible Access is a recurring billing model of Vizrt where users pay a moderate monthly or annual fee for continued access to our software solutions. It enables our customers to take advantage of Vizrt's solution in a highly elastic manner. There are 3 plans of access. The Essential is perfect for smaller productions and streamlined operations. Premium is best for most productions. It meets your need for world-class content production. And the ultimate level of Flexible Access gives you all the tools all the time. Moreover, every solution comes with 24/7 support from Vizrt product experts in the global customer success team. Now let me introduce you to one of our suites, the Extended Reality or XR suite. It offers a fully fledged AR graphics, virtual set, video wall, mixed reality, and telestration toolset on the market. There are also 3 solutions that make up the Vizrt Extended Reality suite. The XR set, the solution for live virtual sets and AR graphics. The XR Venue, the solution for real-time AR graphics for sports. And the XR Playbook, the solution for 3D sports analysis and virtual views. Today we will be focusing on our virtual set and augmented reality solution, the XR set. The XR set is the gold standard for AR graphics and 3D virtual sets. It presents visual producers with unlimited possibilities for spectacular storytelling, be it complex election coverage, breaking news, or sports. The XR set solution is available with Flexible Access model with balanced software plans and an easy upgrade path. In fact, this amazingly rendered scene I am standing in right now is created by the XR set solution. we actually took over a little corner in our office and transformed it into this huge and gorgeous scene. Now let's go into a little more technical details on this kind of setup and how it actually works. And here we have a simple workflow diagram picturing all the components in this studio setup. First off, we have a brand new Sony PTZ camera, which relays its tracking data via SDI to our Vizrt engine, which is the core render engine of all of Vizrt's solutions. And the Vizrt engine is then connected to a vision mixer to create this virtual scene. The PTZ camera is also connected to Vizrt ARC or AR controller through the Ethernet. This in turn allows us to control the AR elements on the fly. And all right, now let me show you how such real-time graphics would look in this setup we have here. Let's bring in the dragon. All right, and now as you can see here, we are able to bring in this huge life-size dragon into our studio. And as we zoom in, you will be able to see the different details and textures of its skin, its claws, its teeth are made up of different textures and materials. And all of this was created by our design tool, the Vizrt 4, which allows you to create all kinds of graphics, from simple CG graphics to highly detailed virtual sets and AR graphics, as you see here. And all right, let's put our dragon back in its cage and bring up our next graphics. Please welcome Robo Kenny. Just look at that level of detail of the materials. Again, this is a different material. And let's give it a zoom in and you'll be able to see the different textures in the design here. Here you will be able to see very clearly the light reflections, which is a result of one of our plugins called Global Illumination, where different objects and materials will reflect light from other objects or the virtual set itself, resulting in a highly realistic look and feel. The Vizrt actually has a free version available for download. Please visit our website at vizrt.com to learn more. And that's it for a little glimpse into how our real-time AR graphics works in a studio setup. It's time to dive a little bit deeper in. We've prepared you a demo of how exactly such shows can be produced. And in fact, this show was produced by just 2 people. Let me introduce you guys to them. First up, we have the man behind the camera and the AR controller, Sriwichai or Not, our solution architect. And we also have Supot or Pot, our other solution architect, who is responsible for directing and producing the show. And lastly, I will be handing it over to Pahuton or Non, who will be taking you through exactly how to produce a show like this. Over to you, Kap.
Thank you, Art. And hello everyone. My name is Pahuton Sriwichai. I'm a solution architect, and today I'd like to get you through our XR Suite applications that you can see that it was really amazing at helping you showing stunning graphics on the screen. And let's see how we produce it and how the very powerful tools that we have in our studio, as I was shown earlier, that we have really minimum numbers of operators, but we can get really beautiful and complex shows that in a very easy way. So I'm gonna get my user interface now on the screen, so you can see on the screen that currently I'm in my, we call a tracking hub applications, our first application I'm going to show you today. This tracking hub applications allows us to create a communications between the tracking system, Virtual Studio, and this engine. On the left-hand side here, you can see that there is a kind of a simulations of camera. And if you have the cameras in the studio moving, this camera on this panel will be showing the actual movement of the cameras you have in the studios, and that synchronized in real time as well. We support the integration with all the major tracking devices like InCam, Stipe, Star Tracker, many more other tracking technologies as well. You can easily add more numbers of tracking system by simply just hit on this plus icon, and then you're gonna get more. It's a short form called TS, which is a tracking system. So more on each of a tracking system here, you can see that on the right-hand side here, you can define and use freely definable tracking protocols here, and this allows you to select the best tracking solution for different use cases. It could be mechanical or optical or a combination of both. And you can also easily import a custom XML file for different protocols as well. And you can also really easily, you can see from these two columns, you can add more numbers of cameras or video walls or Vizrt engines. But those numbers of camera support here will be depends on the type of license that you acquired. Right, let's move on to the next application is our Vizrt applications. And you can see that on the lower right corner here is the live preview of our Vizrt applications. You can see my talent, Mr. Ark, still standing there. And the AR and virtual set enables our smaller studio floors to look much more extensive and more impressive. So I'm gonna now go up here and clear my chroma key attributes. You can see that actually my talent is really standing in a very compact green screen that we have in our Vizrt Bank office with a couple hundreds of the light system on the left and the right. But that's with the technologies that we have, it allows us to extend our compact studio floors into a much larger studio with no limitations of kind of how much creativity you like to put into your graphic designs in our Vizrt artists. Let's take a look here at our chroma key function. I'm gonna go here to the edit. So we have two keying methods here. One is a classic keying method, which is for an older version of this. And we have currently selected here is a fusion keyer. Fusion keyer is our new keying method where it could ensure perfect blending of our real and virtual elements. It creates photorealistic appearance, merging our real set with the virtual set and AR graphics for kind of amazing storytelling. And on the right hand side here, you have a pick button where you can really easily select your initial RGB values for your green screen to be keyed on with the chroma key function. Down below here, you have video output. You have numbers of video output preview that you can select for to be able to kind of fine-tune your chroma key attributes underneath here. So you can go into each of these different outputs to preview the edges or seeing the mattes, invert mattes, and that gives you a very, very precise in terms of fine-tuning your chroma key. All right, I'm gonna bring up the same AR element that Art was showing earlier, our robots. Well, it's not. You can see that it was really easy for me to just start kind of trigger my AR graphics to appear or disappear on the screen. But it also, there are numbers of attributes that we can do a live edit here in from this application. So for example, you can see that in this perspective, my AR was a little bit like maybe off the screen, I could possibly go here to edit my AR position, size, scaling, or rotations. So for example, I can go here to the scaling. I can use my mouse wheel, or I can easily just drag to left and right to change the different attributes for my AR graphics. I can hold on the control button to make it a little more precise, changing some of the size of the AR element graphics. I can rotate him. I can rotate him in a different way. I can change the positions of my AR element graphics. Yeah, and these are really easy for us to just go over these attributes and control them. But it's not only these attributes that you can easily working with. You can go furthermore in many different values. Like I'm not going to go to my other AR graphics. In these AR graphics, you can see that it is really really nice, showing really powerful data integrations capabilities as well. You can have a real-time data visualizations with scripting that you can go over on your third-party applications or on top of your applications, and that allows you to take the complex data and turn them into a kind of stunning visualizations of these graphics. You can kind of manipulate these graphics and show them in a different way. But also, there are a number of attributes that you can really easily change these here. But I'm just going to do them quickly. For example, the lights. I can go here and edit the light, which is reflects to the whole set of my graphics, including the virtual set background. And yeah, you can go for kind of color attributes, changing color for your graphics in real time. And every changes I'm doing right here actually really reflecting real time in our live output. So I have created here to reset everything in case if you want to have things go back to the original positions. And you can see that these interactions with the AR and Virtual Studio is really tightly controllable by me, a single operator by the single user interface. And with these much more powerful tools that we have and different features that we have here, will absolutely kind of leveraging your visual storytelling in your live broadcasts. So if you want to see more other features, like you can see that there are numbers of menus on the left-hand side. There's scene trees here, the directors or animation on here column, or on the right-hand side you have like playlist folder, and they're really powerful and much more numbers of functions and capabilities that we can do with our XR suite. So please contact Vizrt if you'd like to see more in-depth demonstrations of our XR solutions. So I'll hand over back. Thank you.
Sony.